everybody! It has been so long since I have made a video, but I wanted to make one related to fitness. It's something that I speak out a lot on like Twitter and my social medias, but I don't really do YouTube videos. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I do that help me stay fit, but not with a super strict diet or anything. So here we go. One of the biggest things that I do that I have seen really help me stay lean and actually lose a little bit of weight is something called intermittent fasting, and it's also known as Leangains. And this is something that I have actually been doing for a while, and I hadn't even known that it was termed anything. So what intermittent fasting and specifically Leangains is it's where you fast every day for 16 hours a day, and then you have an 8-hour window of a feeding period where you can eat really whatever you want, as many meals as you want, which seems like, oh my God, you're not eating for 16 hours a day. But I started doing this accidentally, like I just said. So the days where I used to be able to like sleep in, or I didn't have college classes until later, think about it like this. You stop eating at 8 p.m. You just eat dinner, you're not hungry, and then you end up going to bed without eating again. And then for me, I'm not a big morning breakfast person or morning person. So you wake up in the morning, you don't have breakfast, and then by noon you're starving and you eat a really big lunch. So right there you go 16 hours and you haven't eaten. So that's what I used to be doing, and I still am. And I did some research on it, and yeah, a lot of people actually do this purposefully. So now I'm going to start being conscious of this and trying to follow this every day, because there were some days where I'd just, I'd have a late night snack, or I would be so hungry in the morning that I would eat. But I have found this to be extremely beneficial. It actually makes me take in less calories. And again, I just want to say that I know there are so many views on fitness and what's right and what's wrong, so I'm not telling you that this is something like, oh, you should only be eating 8 hours a day. It's just kind of what works for me, and I've seen it as a way where I can still eat gigantic meals. Like, I have Chipotle a couple of times a week, and that I will eat normally at noon or at 1, and I have a huge Chipotle bowl, chips and guac. I am so overly stuffed. I really need to learn to stop when I'm full, but I just eat the whole thing. So that keeps me really full, and then normally for dinner I don't eat as big of a meal because I'm still full off that. And also I would say that this Leangains dieting, if you want to call it that, is much easier if you're a coffee drinker. So you are allowed to have black coffee in the mornings. Throughout my research, I saw on a site where it said that you can, what is a little bit of sugar gonna hurt? And I can't have black coffee. It's just a little too strong for me, so I add a decent amount of creamer. But that actually suppresses my appetite for a bit, which makes it easier to not eat in the mornings if you're up early. I have 2 puppies, and they've been getting me up at like 6 a.m., so it's not even 9:30. I'm actually pretty hungry right now. So that's kind of the only struggle for me, is when I get up very early. But I have been trying to stay very fit and on an active workout routine as well, and this started like last April of 2016, and now we just got into December. And until this last month, when I actually got sick and didn't have as big of an appetite, I had stayed 127 pounds consistently, but I lost a pant size, my waist inches got smaller, and I got way more toned. So I just want to say that the biggest thing, and I'm still guilty of doing this sometimes, is do not pay attention to the number on the scale, especially ladies out there. Guys, if you're trying to bulk up and you're trying to gain weight, then you probably are only looking at numbers on the scale. But we cannot look at numbers on the scale and let that get us down, because I was working out 5 days a week, trying to eat pretty healthy, even if I snacked, making that pretty rare. and I stayed the exact same weight. So thank God I was taking my measurements and that I saw results and I just kept going. Otherwise, that's extremely discouraging. I am busting my ass 5 days a week, sweating, eating good, and it's not doing a damn thing. Like, that's the initial thought process. So I just want to say, do not let the scale get in the way of your mindset on being healthy, because I'll show some pictures in this video too. When I started out, I thought I looked pretty good, and I still think that. But I just wanted to get more tone, and it helped me so much. Now, I want to let you guys know a couple of free YouTube videos that I do. I actually work out solely at home unless I am going completely stir crazy and I need to get to the gym. I do all at home workouts, all free on YouTube, and really Jillian Michaels, she's my woman. So she's got some really good YouTube workouts that I do. One that I don't do frequently because it's a killer and it's the longest one out of the ones that I do is her 6-week 6-pack ab, level 1. Level 1. She's got 3, I can't imagine. So level 1 is on YouTube, and that really shreds your core. And she wants you to do that, every single day for 6 weeks and says you'll get a 6-pack. Now, if you guys want to try that and let me know how it goes, go ahead. But I just do not have the willpower right now to do that every single day. But that has really helped tone my tummy. And then one that I do the most frequently is called her 30-day shred. She also has 3 levels of this, and I believe level 1 and level 2 are free on YouTube. Now, I do that 3 to 5 times a week, and some weeks that's the only workout that I do. It is a 25-minute workout, including your warm-up, including your cool-down. She follows a structure really in all of her DVDs and her workouts of high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. I might have mixed those 2 I's up in the middle. But anyways, essentially it's weight training paired with some really getting your heart racing cardio. So you're burning the fat while you're toning your muscle, and that has really worked for me, and I love it. And most people don't want to work out for even 45 minutes, so her workouts have really worked for me. 25 minutes a day. I don't even do it every day, paired with this intermittent fasting. And now I'm down a couple of pounds. I am more toned than I've ever been, and I just couldn't say more how well this whole workout routine has worked for me. I am a huge pasta lover. It's my favorite meal. I don't eat it too often, but I eat a lot. I love eating so much. And this intermittent fasting with this type of working out has allowed me to stuff my face, like I said, with my Chipotle bowls and still stay the same or lose weight. There was a time in college where I stepped on the scale and I was over 150 pounds. And I am only 5'4". On a good day. One time at the doctor, they said 5'3.5", but we're going to stick with 5'4". So yeah, I was over 150 pounds, and it's because, I was drinking a lot, wasn't working out pretty much ever, and just eating like crap, going back to my room, eating ramen noodles. And I have a picture, I'll try and find it and post it for you guys, but I have a picture of me where I didn't look fat or anything, but I was not toned, and I clearly was carrying extra fat on me, and that keeps me motivated to keep going. And I think, if it weren't for me following all of these fitness posts and these females who spoke out and said, here was me before, and that made me go, I can do this. Sometimes you think that people are just naturally more fit and more toned, which is true in some cases, but you can get there if you push yourself, and I'm so happy that I did, and that's why I want to speak out and make videos like this, because, when you're in that stage, you think, it's going to take way too much work to get there, or I don't even know if my body physically can really look like hers that I love. And I am so happy that I followed some really awesome fitness spokespeople and women who said, here was me a year ago, 30, 50 pounds more, and they have rockin' 6-packs now. You can do it. Everybody has a little different routine that works for them. but this is something that I have loved. I haven't killed myself over. I love drinking, not like alcoholic status, but I love having a glass or two of wine or a couple of beers on football Sunday, and I still do that, and I'm still fit, and you can have that kind of lifestyle. You just have to stay a little more disciplined, and definitely add in some more like cardio and HIIT training as well. So I hope this video helped you guys, or if you're just looking really to see what Leangains is or intermittent fasting, it is not as hard and as it sounds. It sounds very shocking, but you want to make sure if you are starting this that you stay on a consistent routine, because your hormones, they're going to make you get hungry around the same time every single day. So if you're just starting this out, I would say maybe just try it once a week and see how it goes, and definitely do it to your schedule. So maybe you work really late nights and it works out for you to stop eating at like midnight, but then not eating until, like 3 o'clock the next day, or eating breakfast. Maybe you love breakfast and you need that, and then you're like, my last meal can be at 5 o'clock and I'm good to go. My struggle is like eating late. It's really hard for me to stay disciplined, but start out slowly if this is a totally foreign thing for you and you're used to eating really spread out and you want to try it out. But I hope this helped you guys, and if you have any questions, please comment. I love helping out with what I can, and if it weren't for people who I watched and they were actually honest about their fitness journey, I wouldn't have been able to get to this point. So I hope I can be that for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!